We're live. YouTube says I'm live. I don't know if it's lying to me or not. I just wanted to test this thing out because I have not done YouTube live. I mean, I've done it on my other channel, but it's been a long time ago. And I feel like the technology changes. So I feel like live could be a very helpful medium here on YouTube. So I figured I'd try it out, see who's there. If you're here, say hi. Let's play with the different functions. Let's see what happens. This is just me screwing around. All right. Oh, hey, Marlene. How's it going? Where are you from? Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a good day. What is today? Today's Monday, right? Angel, hey, what's up, Angel? How you guys doing? So I'm in the studio here today. Mr. A, what's up? Jessica, oh, look at all these peeps. What's up? How you guys doing? Go ahead and when you're here, oh, from New York, let me know where you guys are from. This is my favorite thing about YouTube. Oh, Veggie, I'm so glad. That's awesome. This is my favorite thing about YouTube is that people are from literally all around the world. And the number of folks who are on here with Google Translate cracks me up. I just think it's so awesome. Puerto Rico, very nice. Oh, Florida, very good. Philly, Vietnam. People are from everywhere. So yeah, I'm just on here trying to mess around with live and see how it works. Apparently it works because y'all are here. I see the comments. It's all working. I've been in the studio all morning. I recorded 2 new videos. I am like totally tearing it up like crazy. Honduras, very good. I'm glad the videos are helping. So you guys have just been so positive and so upbeat. Oh, all super cool, Mr. A, super fly. But it is just so much fun to get to help you guys out because when I created this channel, I really wanted to approach it like, oh, it's 2 a.m. Good Lord, go to bed. I wanted to approach it like trying to teach me in the position I was 5 years ago where I knew nothing. I was using everything in auto. I was kind of nervous and, but I loved photography. I just didn't know how it worked. So that's why I created this channel is so that people starting out can get the tips that they need. But as far as at the same time, hopefully I'll be able to, as videos continue, provide more and more high quality content for you guys. Good, I'm glad the videos are helpful. So yeah, I've got 2 new that I just recorded this morning. They'll take me a little while to go up, but the first one is coming out Wednesday and it is all about food styling. Actually, both videos are food styling. So not talking as much about camera, but actually the food itself and how to make it look beautiful. Oh, good. You're purchasing a camera. I'm sure there's lots of folks who would like to advise you in that process. I have the hardest time recommending cameras because, truth be told, cameras today, any digital camera that you get that has the ability to change lenses and manipulate things in manual is gonna be a good camera. Like I can't say there's a ton of crappy cameras, so it's more about your price point. That's what my recommendation always is. But yeah, Wednesday's video is going to be very, very fun because there is a new contest launching. We've got a food photography contest, and it is very specifically about a particular type of food that I'm going to challenge you guys to create pictures of. So that video will come out Wednesday. The lighting scares me. Lighting is the scariest thing. You can do it though. We can do it, Kamisha. We've got this. You have so got this. And it's been fun too, just to see the folks who, have started out and hopefully gaining some really great insight from the videos, putting that into practice. I'm just getting the biggest kick out of it all. And I'm so, so happy that I can help. So, yeah, if you're not in the Facebook group too, the Facebook group, that is a great place in order to share your content because a lot of folks, I'm loving it, are sending me pictures for critiques, and unfortunately, girlfriend's only got so many hours in the day. I got 2 little dudes and a very busy life, and so as much as I want to critique everybody's work, I just don't have enough hours in the day. So I started the Facebook group, and we've got like 200 people in there. Everybody's doing a really great job of providing constructive criticism. Oh, we got a comment that I just missed. Oh, how does that work? The name of that group. Okay, if you go to facebook.com, I will be sure to link it when I finish up here. I don't know if I can do that here or type it on the screen, but if you go to facebook.com/groups/the bite shot, that should take you, and then you can request access and I'll approve you. It is private, and the only rules are that you have to be positive and nice. It is photography levels from literally bought their first camera last week to people who've been shooting for a long, long time, but it's very positive and upbeat, and I've been very thankful for that group because it's a great way for people to get constructive criticism when I'm unavailable to do so. But yeah, so new video coming Wednesday, all about food styling, and the new contest, which has a cash prize. We have a sponsor. So excited. And then the other video coming up after that is all about styling food for television specifically. So it's a little departure from styling for photography, but it'll still be helpful and definitely applies to the photography you guys are doing as well. And if you ever get, if you go down this road and you're like, I love food photography, but I really love the styling, then you might get into styling for TV, and it's a whole other ball of wax. And so I did a segment recently and took the camera with me and got some behind the scenes, so hopefully that'll be helpful as well. But then on the lineup, I have at least 20 different video requests from you guys, which is awesome. I mean, this is the best thing ever. The food model. The food is the model. You like, smile for the camera. That's the best thing about food photography, right, Veggie Rose, is that food doesn't talk back. Food doesn't feel like it looks fat in that dress. Food just sits and does what it's supposed to. Oh, hi, Luis. Glad to have you from Brazil. I have never been to Brazil. I have never been to South America, actually, or Africa. I've only been to Europe. I've never been to Asia. Clearly, there are places in the world I need to go. Yeah, I've just stuck to North America for the most part. Africa, very good. Welcome, Ghana. Henry from Ghana. I love it. This is the best part too, is that your guys' food photography from all over the world. Somebody posted something in the Facebook group last week, and I was like, I don't even know what that food is. So I'm learning so much about food from you guys, which is so much fun. But yeah, I have a list of request videos that is like a mile long, which I'm so happy about. And oh, hello, Bruno. Oh, thank you, Melody. Very nice. Thank you so much. I put my makeup on this morning just for you guys for the video. Oh, OHIO, right? A little Ohio State there. And then, but yeah, I've also got a bunch of requests for stuff on Lightroom. So I don't know, how many of you out there, just little like, send a comment through if you are using Lightroom to edit videos. I've got to think a good number of you are. That is sort of an industry standard along with Adobe Photoshop. And it's pretty affordable in terms of, you do the monthly subscription. So, oh, you're very sweet. Yeah, so definitely let me know how many of you, oh, good, Joey's on Lightroom. So I'm going to do some Lightroom tutorials. But then I also had some people who wanted how to photograph in a restaurant in dim lighting, because some of y'all are taking photos out on the fly, and there are definitely things. So I've got a couple restaurants I'm friends with here in town in Phoenix where I live, who have said I could come in and they'll make some food for me, and we'll play around with some dim lighting and show you guys how to get the best possible shots given that difficult scenario. So, oh, Angel, yeah, we got to get you on some artificial light, girl. That's going to be the lifesaver and the game changer. So I did do the inexpensive artificial light video, so hopefully that helped. One of the things, because I do use mainly artificial light for doing my food, and actually that's what's lighting this video right now, but it is not an inexpensive solution. It's because, I've done a good bit of work over the years and been able to afford that, but I've got some other friends who have photography rigs as far as lighting that are more cost effective. So I do need to do some research on that before I start putting out those videos, but that seems to be the biggest thing that people want, is how to photograph with artificial light. So I've got the inexpensive solution video up there for you. I can do a video on my LED setup, which I do love, and is just magical, but also like $2,200 for a light, which, I mean, in my real life, I would never pay $2,200 for anything. That's more than my mortgage. You switched to Capture One. Okay, nice. I was looking at that, Henry. Was playing with that. I didn't get into it, but I am curious, Henry, if you've got any input on if you like Capture One better than Lightroom. I'd definitely love to know, because that's helpful for tethering. So, and that's another video that people have requested, how to tether from your camera. Yeah, exactly. So tethering from your camera to your laptop, which is a really helpful thing, especially if you're doing flat lays and you don't have a flip out LCD on your camera. So there's definitely a lot of, so many fun videos. So if you have, oh good, I'm glad you like it, Reggie Rose, that's awesome. So definitely, if you guys have requests of videos that you would like to see, give me a holler. I've literally got a list going. I use Trello, Trello.com. It's a project management software-ish, task management software. I can link it if any of you. I find it really helpful for business stuff and keeping track of photo projects. But I literally have a list in Trello of all your video requests. So I will definitely make sure to add whatever you guys add there. And you can find me on Instagram. And I love seeing you guys and posting what you post on Instagram. That's a lot of fun too. But let me log into Facebook group because I have a feeling there might be a couple new requests. We were just talking about that. So yeah, let's see, capture one, controlled local adjustments. Okay, cool. Good to know, Daniel. I love it. Now here's a question too, because I'm just more of a curiosity thing. Lightroom. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have gotten to know Lightroom. I love Lightroom. I've got everything sort of preset in there for my style, and it just boom, rock and roll, and move on to the next thing, right? So, all right, let's see. The Bite Shot Facebook group. And if you guys have any questions, I'm just hanging out. The kids are at school. Ryan's out working. Don't have, yeah, exactly. Your camera LCD. Well, and that camera LCD lies to you. You guys know that, right? What it looks like on the LCD and what the actual image looks like after the fact, not always the same, depending on the camera. But don't let your LCD lie to you. Okay, the Bite Shop. Here we go. Oh, we're up to 331 members. I love it. You guys are awesome. Ooh, we got somebody posting pictures about matcha tea. Okay. Yeah, see, that's me too. 90% Lightroom, 10% Photoshop. Because Photoshop for food photography, please do link the site. Okay, I'll be sure to link it. Let me see if I can, multitasking, not my skill, Henry. But yeah, I will definitely post that once we finish up here. And I do tether mostly just for overhead stuff. Occasionally I'll do it if I'm doing a more involved, like if I'm shooting on location for a client, say at a restaurant, and I'm working with a food stylist or an art director, or there are other people more than just me, then it is vital to have the computer tethered so that everybody can be making collaborative decisions. I don't tether with my Sony. My Sony, Alessandra, I use mainly just as like on the fly because it's so small and compact, which I love. So I use it for, when I'm traveling or when I'm at restaurants and just want to get a couple quick shots. So it's not usually in my studio as a setup. That's usually what my Canon is doing. And I think I missed another comment. So if you want to repost it, I don't know if I can go back and look at past comments. How does that work? Oh, I bet you if I log onto my computer and watch this too, this would work. Then I'd be watching myself here and watching myself here. It's a lot of levels of watching myself. Right. No, exactly. So the level of, for the food photography contest, okay, and the wireless card for tethering or cable, or which one? Okay, so no worries. So as far as the level of ability for the contest, it is sort of like a general contest. So definitely everybody is encouraged to apply. I think this one's sort of like a little test contest, and so as we have future contests, then we can add more layers to it and have like an amateur level and a pro level and sort of work all that into there. But this, this kind of first time sponsor, we hadn't done it before, and so they're like, oh, sounds like fun, let's try it. So this will just be one winning photo, so there will be varying levels of experience all in the same bucket together. But definitely for the next contest, because I know this first one's going to go well because y'all are freaking enthusiastic and super talented and going to make some killer shots. So I have no worries that we will have future ones. We can definitely do extra levels. So, and then, okay, as far as there was the question about tethering and do you do it to the card? Do you do it? So when I tether, I am usually set up so that it is dumping straight into my camera. And the contest is international. We are paying via PayPal. I confirmed that in the Facebook group I asked because there's a lot of international folks. So it is open to international. As long as you can accept payment through PayPal, you are good. Pricing for food photography. Yes. So Daniel, okay, let me go back. Tethering, I just have it dumped to a file on my computer. Like when I start a new shoot, I just say, okay, I want to dump everything that we're shooting in the tethering session into this file. So it's already on my computer. I don't even have to deal with the card, but I have it write it to the card as a backup just in case. My audio is a bit low. Okay, let me see. How do I fix that? Maybe if I just turn it up or if I talk closer. There was another question and I forget it. Okay. There were so many questions and now I've forgotten it. Yep. If you asked a question and I didn't answer it, let me know what it is. Here we go. Let me see if I can log into the computer and see. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. Oh, sorry, Henry. Oh, pricing. Yes. Okay, great. Sorry, I got a short memory. So I am currently working on a new ebook that is all about a free ebook that is all about working with getting your first gig as a photographer. And so that will be coming out hopefully in the next 2 weeks. I sent it to the designer and hopefully it will get back soon. And then I can send that to you. And Jessica, that includes my story of how I got started in photography and how I landed my first job. And so that ebook is coming soon, but more or less how it worked is sort of like a little encapsulating. The idea is that how did it work? So I was a food blogger, still am a food blogger, and I started, posting pictures on Instagram and Facebook and all these things. And then I had made some friends with restaurants and started featuring restaurants on my blog. Yeah, free is good. I started featuring restaurants on my blog, and so there was a restaurant that I went in and said, hey, I want to feature you, but I need to take some pictures of, like your most popular dishes so that I can feature them. And so that work was for free. I was still just getting started. I was shooting on a kit lens, on a crop sensor, not a fancy camera, natural light, everything. And took some shots for them, and they absolutely loved them and said, hey, well, can we hire you to shoot the rest of our menu? And I'm like, oh crap, now I got to figure out what I'm supposed to charge these people, and all those like things that start racing through your mind of, oh my God, somebody wants to hire me. And so I did, and that was like I was so stressed out. It was we shot like 25 dishes too, and it was just me and the chef, but it was a great first experience. And so from there, I started just booking more shoots and, got more confident in my skills, learning a lot more, and kind of word got out. Phoenix is the 6th largest city in the United States. And so it's a big city, but it's also a small town in terms of the connections in the restaurant industry. So-and-so saw that I did great work over here, and then they wanted to hire me over here, and then it just sort of snowballed from there. And from there, I've also gotten a lot of great contacts just in the food product industry, and that's actually mainly what I do now today, shoot in my studio, shooting for all sorts of brands out there, which is a lot of fun. But I still do the restaurant work as well. So all of that information of how to land your first gig is, there is going to be a contest, Louise. Stay tuned. The video comes out Wednesday, and it will have all the details of how to get in on the contest. It's going to be fun. Oh my God, we could have a summer camp. Brilliant. I was a camp counselor when I was in college. I worked at a camp in New Mexico, so I got some of that in me for sure. I can do icebreakers for days, but yeah. So that ebook coming out hopefully soon. It's at the designer. They're making it look all pretty because design is not my skill set. I got an amazing designer who's gonna make it look good for me. Into photography, what is a good dish to make for? Oh, let's see. Oh, I'm glad you like the pancakes. The cheese and grapes. Oh, so glad you enjoyed all of that. I have a lot of fun putting pictures together. And then there is a follow-up ebook now there is pricing that I include in that free ebook, like my actual prices of what I charge today for restaurant work specifically. Every gig is different. Every shoot is different. I charge differently, not because I like one person over another, although sometimes that's true, but mostly it's because each shoot requires different amount of effort, tools, different things that just cost more. There's travel, there's all sorts of things. So I am doing then a follow-up ebook to that is literally a worksheet guide of how you can decide what to charge. It's kind of like a format and form, so you can plug and play. Because to me, that was always the most frustrating thing, especially starting out. So as far as the contest, all the details will be revealed on Wednesday. There's no details yet because it's not launched, but I recorded the video. That ebook is not available yet. It is coming soon. So you can stay tuned for that. It's at the designer. So as soon as it's back, I'll launch it and you guys can download it. Do you ever use things on food that makes it not edible? Not generally. One thing that I use on ice cream, because ice cream melts, right? And you want to keep it cold. There's this thing called poop freeze. And I actually got this from another food photographer video here on YouTube. And it's kind of like that stuff that cleans your computer, that like spray stuff. It's like super cold air. And so I use that on ice cream. And if I do that to the ice cream, I will not eat the ice cream afterward. So good. Yes, he's amazing, Jessica. I forget what's his name. post his name. He's fantastic. The video was on the B&H website, and he is who I have mostly taken all the cues of my lighting setup. Like all my lights and everything I have bought because of him, so I can blame him for the multi-thousand-dollar investments I've made. I love it. Yep, the food is all edible. It doesn't always get eaten, truth be told, because there's just, I mean, I don't need to weigh 400 pounds, but but there's definitely a lot of edible food going on around here, and my neighbors love it. I've got a lot of really happy neighbors. But yeah, so the second ebook that'll come out, so the first ebook will be coming hopefully in a week or two. Knock on wood, we'll see. And then that's free, and that'll be downloadable. And then the second one, which will be a more intensive, that one will cost money because it's requiring a lot of work on my behalf, not because I want to charge people money, but because, you know, my time is money, right? And your time is money. That's why when you get into photography, you need to charge appropriately. You need to charge for it. And a lot of people undercharge and they don't value their skills because as artists, we get super insecure, right? We're like, oh, it's not that good. Oh, it's okay. You know, that's okay. Because guess what? You're rocking it. You're rocking it more than you know. And so be sure to charge for that because I see a lot of photographers, especially starting out, who don't charge enough. And that's just undervaluing yourself. And that also then, you know, makes it hard for other photographers too. Because, you know, you gotta charge appropriately. So all the charging and pricing and everything is in those ebooks. So stay tuned. All right. So let's see what else we got. So the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/thebiteshot. Feel free to join it. And contest starts Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. Let's see. Let's approve a bunch of you. I bet a bunch. Oh, we got 15 new member requests. Perfect. Y'all are in. Y'all are in like Flynn. All right. So anything else, you guys? It's good to see you. So new video coming Wednesday. Oh, here we go. Approve all of you. You're all in. You're all in. I'm all in. I'm having a blast here on YouTube. Thanks for making this fun for me, you guys, because I wouldn't get to do all this for you all. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And if you have any requests or videos, be sure to let me know. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work because I got to start editing the videos I shot this morning if I'm going to get them to you Wednesday. Oh, yes. Colors are so important. I need to do a whole entire video just on colors. And thank you, Dark Absolence. Thank you so much. It is, colors are huge. It's, you can't even like focus too much on it. Color theory is interesting just in terms of what colors work together and how they play off each other. You know, like complementary colors, right? Reds and greens are opposite of each other. What is it? Blues and oranges and purples and yellows. Those are all opposite on the color wheel. And so when you put those things together, they intensify one another and play really nicely. Or the analogous colors, like warm colors all in a picture, the reds, the oranges, and the yellows, or the blues, the greens, and the purples. Those things are very important to keep in mind. So, you know, if you're styling something and it's got a lot of reds in it, well, maybe throwing a little bit of green in there will help sort of set that off. Or if you really want a warm tone, right, like those warm reds, oranges, yellows. Flat profiles or you shoot any picture profile. I don't totally know what you're asking there. I'll have to look into that. Flat profiles. Let me look. But yeah, as far as the colors, it's such an important part of the process and the decision making, and that you could have this really beautiful picture and then throw something in the image that's just like, you know, conflicting color or not enough color that can really throw things off. So the name of the cat behind me, is there a cat? I don't see a cat. I'm allergic to cats, so I definitely don't have any cats in here. I wonder what you're seeing. Oh, there's a chicken up here. That's a ceramic chicken because I have lots of chickens that people have given me over the years because I love chickens. But yeah, so hopefully that answers your question about the colors. And flat lays, I've got the flat lay video. If you have not seen that, I've got a video all about how I shoot flat lays and just some helpful tips. Definitely helps to tether for flat lays. Definitely helps to take time. And I feel like that's the one thing that, you know, is the biggest piece of advice I give people all the time, is that planning is so much a part of good food photography that you can't just like take the food and just start shooting. You really gotta, you really can't slap it together. Let's see. Seeing people reducing brightness, contrast, and saturations. Oh, it lasted again. Why does it delete that? Bah. YouTube, I can't read fast enough for YouTube's comments to stay through. I mean, there's definitely a lot of trends in terms of style. There, there are so many trends, and it is so interesting. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole conversation. So, yeah, definitely in terms of, there's so many different styles, there's so many different ways to do things, what works for one person and what works for another. And to me, in photography, there's no right or wrong, right? That there's only the place you are on your photographic journey, the place where you're being inspired today, and what that means in terms of the images you're creating. And rules were made to be broken. So I have some of my favorite photographers are totally bright and light, and some people would say are overexposed, but I think they're interesting photos. Shooting food. Okay, yeah. Shooting food, exactly. I forget his name, Jessica, but thank you for trying to find it. I'll link that video below after we're done here. He's awesome. But Steve Hansen, that's his name. It just hit my brain, like literally just like that. Steve Hansen, great photographer to follow on Instagram as well as YouTube videos. But yeah, so going back to style though, there's definitely photographers who I'm just like, oh my gosh, some people would think that's overexposed, but I think it's really pretty. There's a spider behind you. Where's, oh, that's not a spider. That's my Beats by Dre box. That's where I jam out here in the studio. It's my music box. I think that's what you're looking at. Either that or the grass. There's fake grass back there. But then there's other folks who it's like really dark and moody photos and super, saturated and super deep shadows. And some of those are cool too, right? So it's all about finding what's going to make you happy. I don't think there's a right or wrong. And I even look at my work and it changes and it evolves depending on my mood and work and everything like that. So, okay, the Beats by Dre is it's not a cat, not a spider. It's Beats. Oh, gotcha. Oh, it went away again. So yeah, I'm not super familiar with all of that. I just do set it to Adobe Standard. That's what I do because I'm doing all of my editing in Lightroom and Photoshop, and so I feel like that's a good starting place. But certainly, I can. It's something to play with, right? That's something you guys have taught me here today. So thank you for that. I'll play with that. All right. So anything else? Anything else? No? I've been on here nearly a half hour. Take your name? What does that mean? Or take my name? All right, Steven. I got your name, bud. All right. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fabulous day. I would love to see your pictures. I'll see you guys over in the Facebook group. And stay tuned for that contest coming Wednesday. New video coming to you. All right? I'll see you guys later. All right? Hasta la vista.